consciousazine.com Chronicles.
You know, maybe I should put SG here. Souls going their own way. Oh, did I pronounce it wrong? Is it Skugto? Like Mugto? Fuck off. Idiots. Anyway, organic portal surface virus. Brawn won't save the world. Why not? Well, during history, you know, when we're fighting all those wars in a vectorized motion, by the way, vectorized motion, at the end of history we're just in perpetual stasis war. It's a different type of battle. And, you know, Brawn is now not going to save the world, it's only going to make it worse. And it's very ego-associated too. So, you know, I could call this brain... My original idea for this video was Brawn versus Brains. Brawn won't save the world. So that's the alternate title. But then I realised, hey, it is part of this surface virus relative to organic portal ways and mannerisms, how they go about life. Remember, they are just the body. These are people who are spiritless. And so their focus is totally on the surface, superfluous nature of life. And, you know, brawn and bodybuilding and stuff is one thing that's associated with this, because it isn't associated with the light body, is it? And brawn won't, well, a little bit, you know, it can keep you healthy and stuff, but it's all very body associated, yeah. It's intelligence that's going to save the world, not your big muscles. And, you know, if you think I'm wrong, how many icebergs are you going to lift on your back, bro? You know, to battle climate change? You're going to get Thwaiwadi's glacier on your back, are you? I don't think so. Also, the robots are coming, and the robots have plenty of brawn, and they're going to be that part of humanity. You know, they'll replace our brawn because we have to get brainy now to save the world. It's the brainy stuff that's going to save the world now, you know, the intelligent ways we go about things and changes we make. So it's not brawn that's going to save the world, it's brains. And to reiterate that, you know, what I was saying about the robots, you know, they can grow as big as we can make them. Yeah. You know, a human body is limited in how much weight it can carry on its back and so on. But a robot, we can just keep making the robots larger. They've already got exoskeletons, which reduce, you know, payload weight and, you know, just exercise, or if you're carrying something, you know, if you're walking a long distance, whatever, they can reduce the strain on the actual human body. And it just made me realise, yeah, brawn is not going to save the world. And someone commented on my video the other day that someone has a better body than me, to do with the recent, you know, videos I made about other channels. I'm pretty sure you can guess who. No need to say their names anymore. But I laughed and thought, oh, they said so-and-so's got a better body than you. And I was like, okay, I guess that's a tiny bit relative because I do health videos, but it's the same thing. It's not just brawn equals health, you know, that's like the whole old school dumbass protein theory. Just protein, 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 man. Let's eat some whey powder. It's like full-on protein. You know, this old 1990s view of the world is not sufficient anymore. It will not suffice. And, you know, the robots are going to come and take those positions as well. And yeah, they're going to be intelligent as well, the robots, but that's further out. First come the brawn, or the body parts of the robots. Like I've said, they're creating, an Emoto bot, a robot like, I don't know, Boston Dynamics Big Dog to learn how to walk on snow. Then there's a robot to walk upstairs, and different functionalities of robots are all going to come together into one sort of super bot. Some kind of, concrescence robot. For instance, the other day I saw a drone with legs. So this little flying drone, the next step in their little evolution seems to be turning them into flying robots, which I guessed was coming, and here it is, a year later. Like last year, I thought to myself, well, they're soon going to make these little flying drones into other, like, robot shapes, is what I guessed. And then the other day I read an article of a little drone with legs. So it can't really crash land or something, I can't remember. But yeah, you can see where it's all going into one, like, concrescence robot, where that robot is, eventually going to be, implanted with intelligence, but probably even before it gets to like a really super intelligent stage, we're going to have the body of it, like a Terminator body. Terminator out of the movie, for instance, isn't like super smart. He's kind of dumbish, to human ways and stuff. He's not like super smart, intelligent organism yet. I still put that in the dumb category. But you can see what I'm talking about, that, brawn won't matter, because have you seen the movie Pacific Rim? There's like I don't know if it's Hollywood or whatever, but a sort of blockbuster big movie, Pacific Rim 1 and 2, and they make these big robots in that, and what are they called, Jaegernauts or something, and 2 people drive them, and 2 people link up and have mind drift, whatever that really is, like they sort of connect each other's brains and then to the robot as well. See, that's obviously what we'll have at some stage as well. But my point is, look at how huge those robots are. Those Jaegers are massive robots out of that movie. And yeah, conceivably, why can't we make that? Have you seen the Japanese ships? Those ships are huge. So I'm sure Japan will probably start on huge robots before you even know it. And look, that just reiterates that brawn isn't going to save the world. Throughout history, which is now finished, yes, brawn was very much saving the world, and that's why a lot of women are still addicted to marrying the hero, trying to find the hero. That's still psychologically about in society for sure. But all these things are adendying. It's the cultural end. It's the great apocalypse at the end. So we don't have to worry for the historical hangover for too much longer, and the onslaught of the convalescence can continue and really get going, and we can heal and convalesce. So I just wanted to say that is, also part of SGTO, souls going their own way, not just in the brawn image, because society has that for men, the 6-packs, just like the women complain about all the stuff all you girls complain about, like, oh, I have to look like this, and we have to be skinny, and blah blah blah. Well, even that's fading a bit with the whole big booty paradigm and all that. So you can see what I mean, though, that for men, the same thing is out there, a certain way to look and stuff. Not as bad as the women, obviously, but it's still there, No one likes a big pot belly, beer belly sort of thing. Well, not many people. And because it's a sign of infection, of parasites and stuff. But anyway, so, beyond those deep parts, which I just mentioned about parasites and image, I'm just talking about the surface image of this all. The brawn and how society is orientated that way as well. But I think now we're going to have like a massive move away from the lackadaisical, from the Hollywood how do you look scene, you know what I mean? All that kind of superfluous surface stuff of society is going to start to fade I think, because not only the end of history and into maximum novelty, but the challenges we face as humans now, like climate change, for instance, and the stresses of inflation and fiat currency coming to an end. All these types of major things are going to push out Brain, because you're going to see pretty quickly that Brawn won't cut it, just won't cut the mustard. And I just wanted to say that this is associated with organic portal surface virus nature of society and the programming of the matrix and societal, trap. And, Brawn is not great work. Not many people are going to be remembered like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You remember Arnold because he was huge, but mainly because of Terminator, and he was famous. So it's not even just because he's a big guy with big muscles. So Brawn, that's not great work. Yeah, it's good work for your body, but it's not great work for the species, you know what I mean? There's something in becoming a better person and building your body, for sure. And it's like they say, you can't help everyone else unless you help yourself first. And that's where it's all positive and stuff, but that's not what I'm trying to discuss here, okay? So I do have an open mind and I can see the rest of the story, but today's little story was just specifically on this, okay? And I really think you'll see it more yourself, because here's another example. You'll have to compete with the robots as they get more intelligent. So what's going to do it? Is Brawn going to do it? No. What, are you going to push Big Dog Boston Dynamics Robo Dog over, are you? And then he'll come back and bite your ass, They're metal. You're not going to be able to really dint it much with your punch, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to come down to intelligence, or the brain, not the brawn. And so that was just another example. There's 3 good examples I've put forth of why we're going to be transmutating more brainy and transcending into more braininess, so to speak. By braininess, I just mean intelligence. It's just a title for a video, Brawn vs. Brain. And yeah, it is part of SG2, like souls going their own way, in my opinion, because Brawn, it's part of the whole, man of society, the typical atypical life of, get married, and then you've got plenty of time for just work and the gym, but no real great work. Now, I'm not saying that's, for everyone, and don't get the bodybuilding on. Remember, I'm not talking about like how beneficial it can be to have a healthy body. I'm talking about the opposite side of the coin today, and to do with our future, and that Brawn is not going to save the world. Okay, Benjamin Kallenberg, consciousazine.net.